Alright, my Comicave Iron Man line is growing very slowly, which I like, because these things cost anywhere from $80. I actually got this one for $130 on Big Bad because I didn't see them on eBay. Normally I'll get them on eBay a little bit cheaper. Didn't happen this time, so I got it. But I got this silver Centurion. I think $130 is a pretty high price tag considering they used to come with a light up base, and then it went to a base, and now it's no base and a really small box, and it seems like the price is going up, but you keep getting less. They're really good toys, 130 bucks, I'm not sure. Let's check out Silver Centurion. Okay, we all know I'm not a box guy, but you're paying 130 bucks for a toy. I kind of feel like the price tag, part of it's in this fancy box. So here it is. It is a pretty cool box. It's really small, which I do like that it's small. It's got a magnet flap on it. You open it up, and you got the toy right there, the instructions in the middle. And I see that we got the same blast effects that we've already gotten before. I guess for a $130 price point, they couldn't give us something new, so they went ahead and reused those. Let's get this thing out and check it out. Okay, so I got him all lit up. You can see he's about 6 inches tall, just maybe a little shy of 6 inches. On his accessories, it's just basically extra hands. So that hand right there, you plug the little blast effect in right there, which we've already gotten these on past figures, so I'm not going to go ahead and use these. Here's what the hand looks like with the blast plugged into it. And then here's the blast to plug in his feet. And then more open hands and fisted hands. But this one, he comes with these blade hands. So this is pretty much a no-brainer for me. Like, that's like the thing that makes this guy stand out the most, are those blades inside his hands. So you pretty much have to display it. And here's what sucks, is they're going to make a blue one exactly like this. Let's get a better look at him. Okay, now I got him lit up on this one, and this is the only one so far. It's got this panel on the back. It's a little tricky to get off, so bear with me here. So this comes off, and then the light switch is right here. Now normally the light switch is accessible without taking off a panel. So it's nice that it hides, but they hit it so well on all their other ones to where I'd kind of just rather have it exposed so I can flip it on or off real quick. And they also did the panels that lift up on this one too, which is always nice. There's these two here, they lift right up, they go right back down. They also did two on the legs, and what sucks is because they don't really stay up. So if they don't stay up by themselves, there's really no point in them going up at all. So that would just, I mean, if you can't do a stiff joint there, that's just stupid. But they did do, you know, they sculpted underneath. It looks great. It doesn't work. So that just kind of sucks. And then on the ankle, these go up. These actually stay up. I guess I got lucky on that one. But on these toys, they're die cast. They light up. The articulation is second to none. They really go the extra mile on that. Not stingy in detail. The paintwork is perfect. They're basically a perfect toy. They're just a really expensive toy. On the articulation, the head, it's got like a hinge here in the neck, so it can move back and forth. Has a ball in the head. Doesn't really move much because there's a wire in here. Has to connect for the lights. On these shoulder pads, they're both like, so this is jointed and this bottom one is jointed. I think it's jointed. Yeah, so there it goes. It just doesn't move much. And then say you're a guy like myself that doesn't like to blow a figure with too much articulation, and it kind of takes the looks out of the figure. They kind of do the best of the both worlds on this. So on the shoulders, they can pop out. Let me try this other one. I don't want to break this thing. So they pop out like that, and then you got a lot of movement in there. And if that looks like shit, you know, depending on how you pose it. So if you just want them kind of standing there, you can pop this back in, and then it looks nice and clean like that. And they also did the same thing on the waist. So it separates at the waist, so to give you a little bit more movement. Not a ton of movement. I mean, he is a guy in an armor suit, so you can't really expect too much there. On the hips, they also do like a drop down. That's how they drop down like that. So when you do that, it can really move all over the place and like really get into some cool poses with that. And then that looks like shit when it's just standing there. So you just pop it right back up, and then it looks nice and clean. And they also did the same thing on his foot. You can pop his foot down, get tons of movement in there. So it's like, it looks great like this. If you want to articulate it, put it in a crazy pose, you can do that too. I mean, just the articulation really couldn't be any better. Ball and socket on the shoulder. It's like the elbow and the knees, they're like a double, but they go all the way. So really nice there. The same ball on the wrist that we've been getting for a while. The knees, it's kind of like a double knee there, but it looks clean. Really nice, really well done. So I'm really digging this line. 130 bucks. I know it's a really big price tag. They're kind of hard toys to justify getting, but they are great. They're a little too small to display with your Marvel Legends, so they're kind of like a thing all on their own. If you got an extra 130 bucks, you don't know what to do with it, or if you can come up on a better deal than this, I highly suggest you pick up this line. Let me show you how my collection is coming along. Alright, so here's my Comicave collection. It's really coming along nice. I really like this line. And if you're thinking about getting into this line, it's a great line to get into if you're not like interested in like saving for your retirement or putting your kids through college, because you're going to spend a lot of money on this line. But they are amazing toys, and I'm really enjoying them. Thanks for watching.